Our next guest has used the power of music and the written word to fight back against tyranny. Darren Nesbit joins us in the studio. He's famous for the 99% song and also for producing the Light Paper. The 99% song's been sung up and down the country at protests, well, every protest I've been to anyway. Thank you so much for joining us. So you're well known obviously for the 99% song, you're well known for the Light Paper. Which are you more proud of?
Both equally proud. A father never chooses between his children. It's amazing to be part of a real movement now, worldwide. But millions of people, hundreds of thousands in each country now who are fully aware of what's going on, what your dad's been talking about for 30 years, and I've been singing about for 8 years. We didn't know what form it would take.
No.
A few people kind of were pretty prescient during the 2010s, but when it came, it's woken a hell of a lot of people up, but they were ready for that, obviously. But they are losing control right now. So what a perfect time to release the song.
Absolutely. But I think people realise actually that the 99% song was actually written a while ago. It was way before COVID.
Yes.
And we've actually got some footage of it now being sung at protests.
We'll be arrested in a dressing gown. We'll be arrested in a dressing gown. We'll be arrested in a... She is such a sinner. She'll be arrested in a dressing gown.
Singing we are the 99%. Singing we are the 99%. Singing we are the 90. Together we are mighty. We are the 99%.
With blue skies when the chemtrails are all gone. There'll be blue skies when the chemtrails are all gone. There'll be blue skies when the chemtrails and their evil plan fails. Blue skies when the chemtrails are all gone. You can stick your coronavirus up your arm. You can stick your coronavirus up your arm. You can stick your coronavirus. You can prove the virus. Stick your coronavirus up your arm.
You can stick your poison vaccines up your ass. You can stick your poison vaccines up your ass. You can stick your poison vaccines, cause they cause all the disease. Stick your poison vaccines up your ass. Sing it, we are the 99%. Sing it, we are the 99%. Sing it, we are the 90. Together we are mighty. We are the 99%. Yes.
People absolutely love the song. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that resonates with people so much?
A familiar tune, the cheekiness of it, and the truth of it as well. I think any song, any good song that resonates is going to be like that. And it's one that's evolved over the years, and it's funny because I said I'd never record it. People were talking to me last year about you've got to get it out, get it released for Christmas #1. And because we'd only been a few months into having 30,000-40,000 people at Trafalgar Square and having, and all the rest of it. The Light came out in September 2020, so. Not that I felt it was too early or anything, but it wasn't the right time. And then we formed a band around May this year, and we've done some gigs in Glastonbury Town Centre and Manchester and various other places, and that's gone really well. And the chance came up to do it, and the response to every part of it, to the huge backing crowd that came and turned up twice actually, because we got kicked out of the studio. The session actually got halted. Towards the end, so we got almost what we needed, apart from my vocals, which is why they're a bit ropey in places, but it doesn't matter. It's the spirit of the song. Everybody can finally learn the words properly as well.
Yeah. Why did they kick you out? What was that about?
Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say even on this show.
Right.
It's the content of the lyrics.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll leave it up to people's imagination then. But you're not the only one recently.
Can I just point out the irony of a protest song being censored?
It's not lost on me, no. But other people have been doing it as well. I mean, I know obviously Ramis has released "Don't Take the Vaccine."
Yeah.
Jimmy Levy with Lo-Fi has released "Here Comes Revolution." We can actually have a listen to those two songs now.
Yo, mama, don't take the vaccine. Don't take it. Papa, don't take the vaccine. 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 Brother, don't take the vaccine. Sister, don't take the vaccine. Don't take the vaccine. Don't take the vaccine. Don't take the vaccine. Don't take the vaccine.
Do you think then the protest songs are kind of, because I'm thinking back, harping back to the 60s now, you know, with like the Vietnam War where you had all those protest songs, that's something that could happen again, couldn't it? You know, it seemed to make a difference then, at least it gave the illusion of making a difference. What songs are you into personally?
Well, I was going to say, I think those two, I think the two go hand in hand. So where you've got a mass movement, you're going to get artists, you're going to get culture, you're going to get people producing, and you know, again, part of the "We Are the 99% song," or you know, "Stick Your New World Order Up Your Arse," it's me standing up and saying I'm not afraid. You know, I'm obviously, you know, there with my Mancunian cheek, you know, giving two fingers up to Nazi tyrants, you know, as every good British person should. But at the same time, it's to give other people confidence to say, yeah, don't be afraid. And not only that, let's create art about everything you've been through. I mean, you know, you go through a roller coaster of emotions when you wake up, through guilt and fear and shock and awe and then you know joy and you know all kinds. Everybody knows what we're talking about. And you know, if you're creative, then bring that to the table in whatever it is you do. You know, whether it's about building the new, like we're doing with the light paper and the Brighter Times, doing with the magazine, and you guys are doing with obviously Iconic and the TV, and you know, let's, you know, everything's up for grabs. It feels like the Wild West. You know? So if you are a songwriter, and if you are like those great guys, or you know, artists, musicians, songwriters, etc., we're organising some great gigs as well with Jam for Freedom down in Melbourne. That's where's that? Sunday the 12th at the Red Lion, and on Saturday I'm in Suffolk at Stowmarket. That's the Trowel and Hammer. And on the 19th of December in St Helens, there's basically an all-day festival, and we've got Tommy Coyle coming, and Tom Prowse, and Phil Zimmerman the comedian, and Lucas Lyon.
That's great.
And a couple of others, and you know, obviously, and the Daz Band are going to be playing as well. So keep music live, keep everything going.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
We can build the alternate system. Don't be afraid. You know, we can obviously point out to people. You know, we can show people how evil that system is and what it's going to do to them, where it's going to end up. But at the same time, we can build the new, because people say,
and have fun as well.
I don't want to go and live in the woods. That's, you know,
no, I don't want to live in the woods either.
You know,
no, I don't either. With the light paper, then moving on to that, what made you form it? Was it basically a case of the mainstream media is talking absolute nonsense, I need to get another point of view out there?
That was partially it, but also online censorship. Because up until, because I asked the question when we were producing it, why has nobody done this before? And I suppose really because the internet had been pretty much a free exchange up until 2017, 2018. I mean, it's been going, you know, like that.
But they put the blood brakes on big time.
At the end of 2019. And, you know, it's funny, all these global policies that they've come out with, they're all there in the Bilderberg agenda meetings and the Trilateral Commission meetings and all the rest of it. And it's all public, you can see it, but you have journalists out there who would rather slag us off, you know, for you know, basically pointing out exactly what is going on in the world, not only in the UK, but obviously across the world. Then go and investigate for themselves.
Of course, yeah. You're also giving people hope with these newspapers.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. My mum is one of the people that reads it religiously, and it kind of, thank God I'm not alone. It's like that whole kind of protest movement generally, thank God I'm not alone. There's other people like me, and I can get access to this and I can see what's going on.
Yeah.
So how did you start it? Because it's not, I mean, It's not an easy gig, is it? Just to start a newspaper. You need all the contributors. You need to produce them. But where did you begin?
I began with a meme.
Right.
I haven't got me.
Like all good things, it began with a meme.
My guitar case to show you, it said it's only an A4, but it says 40,000 in Trafalgar Square, on the front page. And from then it was, shall we do this? If we do this, at first, what we're going to call it. Everything's been crowdfunded, really. Through social media. And here's, I'll slag it off till the cows come on. But really, we should use it to network with each other, not to try, no longer to try and wake people up, because we know we're completely sandboxed, and it's very rare that people are and even your friends and family, if they're not awake, are going to want to follow you. You start talking about the truth of what's going on. So
I mean, obviously, it's a proper newspaper as well, which I like about that. We had that conversation before we started. It's old school, as opposed to, like you say, being online, which everything is now. It's a proper newspaper. And I mean, how many copies are you up to now?
240,000 UK and 20,000 for Ireland. Gemma's doing 20,000 in Ireland. So, and they do go nationwide. So
yeah, I see them all over the place.
Right.
Yeah, that's great. That's a big reach.
Yeah,
they're big numbers.
And we want to grow. And we've got to a level of success because it does what it says on the tin. It does what we say we're going to do. But we still want to grow, so we're still looking for more distributors and more contributors, and more subscribers and what have you to help us out. But you can order. I think it's 50 copies for 15 quid or 25 copies for £25 for 100. I don't know. If you go to the website and you can then go around your town. If you're awake, it's a great easy way of helping out.
Yeah.
Obviously, go to your stand in the park, you'll get some there.
What is the website?
Thelightpaper.co.uk.
Oh, nice and simple.
Yes. I've completely forgot it yesterday.
Did you really?
I can't remember whether it was lightpaper.co.uk or thelightpaper.co.uk. Even though I look at it every single day.
Yeah.
Well, this is such is the mind of a musician who's trying to who's ended up being a newspaper.
I think, to be honest, after the last 2 years, if your mind is completely clear and you don't have any moments of, then I don't trust you. Because it's been so insane that, I wake up some days and pinch myself that this is actually happening. What do you think the future holds for, I was going to say the alternative media, but I don't necessarily like that term. I think it's just the media now, because the so-called mainstream media just isn't doing its job. So what was the alternative media has now filled their boots, in my opinion. What do you think the future holds for them?
Well, we can call the mainstream media the corporate media from now on.
Let's do that.
Even though in my recording I've used mainstream media, but people know what you mean by that anyway.
Yeah, they know exactly what you mean.
But if we call them the corporate media, and either call ourselves the media or just the people's media or the real media, or the truth media, but that's a bit it's a bit poncy, I suppose. But the real media or just the media, because the thing is, I'm not afraid of competition. I hope somebody else starts another paper and does a tabloid version of what have you. Same with Alan with the Bright Times. Obviously it's a different format, and obviously with the light, we've got people like Vernon Coleman writing for us, who's just a giant. When it comes to fighting the medical tyranny, and all the people that contribute. I've got to say a great big thanks to everybody who distributes, everybody who sends articles in, obviously all our advertisers, including yourselves,
including ourselves. Yeah.
But it's great to have that. To have that great relationship. People contact me all the time. We're doing this, we're doing that. Okay, well, as long as you're a few months down the line, you've actually set it up and it's going. Right, send us an article, and that's true for that's true for everybody out there. If you've got something great going, a home education group, whatever it is.
Whatever, yeah. It's not a time for egos. We need to help each other out.
It's all in.
Yeah.
It's all in. We're fighting a real enemy, and they're very subtle, and they're very powerful, and they're very clever, and they know exactly what they're doing. And most of our soldiers don't even know they're in a war. They're still fast asleep back at home. Having said that, not just with media, but with our whole thing, I am 100% positive that we're going to win. Because we
have no choice.
There's loads of different reasons. But I know people kind of get worried when the ruler's bringing you, oh, they're going to do this now, and then they're going to do that, and then they're going to do that. Well, they want you in fear, and if you're in fear and you're awake and you can know what's going on, how are you different to the person that's asleep and is watching the BBC going, oh God, you know, the virus, I better mask up, you know, as soon as I go to the toilet and all the rest of it. Don't, you know, the Bible says it over and over again, fear not, be not afraid, I am with you. You know, this is good v evil, but it's not as we had a great article in the last Light paper, it's not, you know, a Satan, it's not supernatural power Satan, it's the evil of man. Yeah. You know, and it's all in the book there as well. It's all in that ancient book. If you read it without blinkers and you're awake, it's all there. You know.
And we
Psalm 2 should give you hope. Should give you optimism. You know, the kings of the earth take counsel and plot against the Lord and His anointed, and the king sits in his heaven and laughs. You know, so they've got their plan. It's going to fail, but it's only going to fail. We can't sit back and go, well, you know, the Bible says it's predicted or it's prophesied, or Gareth Icke or Darren Nesbit says, you know, it's going to fail. No, we have to do the work. Yeah.
And it'll be worth it.
100%.
Another thing we can do as well is laugh at it, and that's what I love also about the 99% song, is the humour in there, because that's important as well. And I'm looking forward to you playing us out with that show tonight. But so thanks very much for joining us, and obviously we're going to see you singing in a little bit.
Brilliant, nice one, Gareth.
Cheers,
thanks,
mate. The Greek government is fining the over 60s €100 a month if they don't get the jab. That sounds like a bargain to me, to be fair. The Greek Prime Minister, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, why can't his name be like Dave Smith, was pictured a year ago with Klaus Schwab's ball-achingly dull book, COVID-19, The Great Reset, on his desk. The Great Reset is a conspiracy theory, you see. It's a conspiracy theory. South African expert Barry Schwab, Baza, has said the unvaccinated folk are reservoirs for new variants. Reservoirs, I'm just drowning in variants. The desperation is palpable and it's delicious. Don't fear it, embrace it. Dr. Robotnik is the last desperate throw of the dice. It's actually quite embarrassing. Do what you want. It's your life, no one else's. And if anyone else has an issue with that, it's just that. It's their issue. Earlier in the show, we spoke to Darren Nesbit, who wrote the 99% song. It's a song about empowerment and freedom. Darren wants to make it Christmas #1. So we hand back to Darren to finish this week's episode of Right Now. Sing along loudly at home. Good night.
You can stick your new world order up your arse. You can stick your new world order up your arse. You can stick your new world order where the sun don't shine but water. Stick your new world order up your arse. Singing we are the 99%. Singing we are the 99%. Singing we are the 90. Together we are mighty. We are the 99%. The Queen will be arrested in a dressing gown. The Queen will be arrested in a dressing gown. The Queen will be arrested in a, cause she is such a sinner. She'll be arrested in a dressing gown. You can stick the corporation up your arse. You can stick corporation up your arse. You can stick corporation. We're free and sovereign nation. Stick your corporation